So me and Moses are off to go get some cable for our windlass. Gas line runs directly from the gas bottle.
So I'm super excited. We're gonna start painting our countertops. She was old and neglected, so we cut her to bare holes and built her up from the ground with our blood, sweat and tears.
So follow our journey as we plan to sail her to new destinations and make lasting memories.
So me and Moses are off to go get some cable for our windlass, and obviously because it's a thick gauge, we kind of try and go to the supplier to get it at a better price, and that's where we're pulling in hopefully now. Next thing that we got to do is we got to feed this cable in. That's our windlass cable, so we need to take it from inside there right around all the way through here into here, and then it goes up and out of there and then to the windlass, which is roughly over there on the outside. That's 35 square millimeter cable. So we're running this one as the negative and we're running this one as the live, the positive and negative. So we got the first cable coming out. There's a spare away. We run it across this whole length. First one's going in there. Now we've got to do the other ones. And that'll run to our windlass. Good job, mate. The key thing that I've learned with running these winch cables is you want to run them as short as possible, so the closest distance between the source and the appliance, especially for this because of the volt drop and all of that. And we overspec the cable, so for our run it's supposed to be, we needed 25 square millimeters and we went with 35 square millimeters to reduce the current, the voltage, or to compensate for the voltage drop and the increased current. So what we have now is this pipe was pulled as a spare. See, there's nothing in there, but what I'm going to use it now for is actually to feed our gas line, because I want our gas line completely sealed and in its own conduit. So I cut it off here and this piece will get used as a gas line instead of running the gas line when I was originally going to run it. I think you're mounting a shut-off valve directly here. I don't know what the regulations say about it, or otherwise inside this cabinet over here, stick a shut-off valve in here. Gas line runs directly from the gas bottle to here, and that gas line runs directly from the gas bottle to there, so we don't have one continuous loop with joints. They're solid lines, or flexible but solid lines, no connections, and then they run the entire length in a PVC conduit with no joints in there, so this is completely solid. So if there would be gas, the idea is if it had to leak somewhere within the pipe, it would come out here, and my detector is, or my gas meter is right by this.
Take note, we did not run this orange gas line but ran PIC's gas line, but the concept and principle remains the same.
Put some insulation tape around the tip of it. What it's doing is just removing the sharp edges from the pipe itself and making a rounded cone on it pretty much. And the only place where it will get stuck now is exactly where it starts curving up, so we'll just pull that out quickly and fill it in and then pull the sprag. This is a sprag line that the gas line's running in, and we just got to remove it because it does quite a few bends over here. Wiggle, yeah, through to here, and now we'll feed it back through our hole that we've made. And our last line where we go through is right over there, and then all we got to do is just put saddles on this to hold it down real nice. And that will be held in like that.
So I'm super excited. We're gonna start painting and getting the inside done. So we've got painting left, floors, countertops. We're gonna get the inside finished. She's gonna look so good. And then we'll tackle the outside and get in the water. We acetoned, wiped down any areas which would be painted, and taped up any wood that still needed to get varnished and any electrical outlets.
How's the music?
It's good.
acting like an asshole.
Susie, you want to put like 5 hours of taping instead of 5 hours of painting. Any high spots were also sanded down. Use those muscles, use them. It was time to paint our last final coat on the interior. We used a 2-pack polyurethane paint.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Kiss your head when
We also sanded down our head sole and epoxy primed her. Our engine got picked up by a mechanic for an inspection.
It stripped all these parts off, try and make the engine lighter, because we had to take it off by hand. So parts are, I don't know what the heck, make it a feels like they're all cast iron because they're so damn heavy. Alternator, we'll be sticking a new one of those. We'll be building a new marine exhaust hopefully.
Unfortunately, the plans for the engine ended up exactly that, plans.
So the engine that we spent so long removing ended up being a dud. Unfortunately, the corrosion inside of the engine is just almost unrepairable, and if we do decide to repair it, it won't be a guarantee that it would last us a long time and it would cost us a fortune. So we have to make a plan for a new engine. But it's not the end of the world, rather that it happen now than happen later. With the rest of the boat build, we always manage to make a plan, and that's exactly what we'll do for our new engine.
So, we've finally come to the point of doing, drum roll please, of COUNTERTOP. My vision for the boat was completely different. I wanted to put wide countertops, but then I was like, everything in the boat's wide. And I was like, let's do something that will pop.
And I was like,
Exactly. And I was like, no. And I was like, no. We started templating and cutting our formica, which is a laminated composite material.
are you ready for this?
No.
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 I think I cut it short.
I think so.
It's not the one for you. One for the other side. Thanks, goodness. One for large. That's the one.
What a fail of a surprise. Some adjustments needed to be made. And Ricky had to get quite accurate with his measurements when it came to the corners. Shake it like a salt shaker.
I'm just sizing up our dowels that we're going to do, because once we've got contact adhesive on both sides of the panel, once they touch, it's goodbye. So I'm just trying to get the spacing and the sizing good, so when we lay it down, and then we'll pull one by one out and work it one way. I've just masked off the area that we don't want the contact adhesive to go onto. And let's give this a bash. So hopefully it works out well.
Placing down the formica was extremely stressful because once it touches the contact adhesive, it sticks and you'd have to break the whole panel to rip it off.
Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life.
We decided to cut our second panel at the warehouse we purchased it at, as they had the nice long table which made it a lot easier for us. We then routed the overlapping edges, as this gives it a nice clean cut and allows no running cracks to the formica. And all our appliance holes were routed out as well.
Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time.
What we're working on now is this splashback. So you can see what the looks like a marble top. That's what we went for. The look came out really nice, super smooth. And then obviously once the edging is on, that would be the wooden edging that we're going to take. Still need to do backsplash over there.
Unfortunately, we had to end up breaking a panel.
No! Ah, too late. No.
Oh, you just... up. There it goes.
This is what happens when you f*** up.
Round number 2.
We applied our first coat of polyurethane paste onto our head sole as well.
So I just want to show you guys what it looks like before. This is how the edge finishes up before. So here where we've put the formica now, we've taped right around. And that small gap there is exactly where we're going to run the bead of silicone, white marine silicone. It's pretty tough, and what it does, it will seal the edge of the formica and it will make sure that there's a straight line on the border, and it just rounds it off really nicely. But that's what it finishes off when it's done. So we do that right around everywhere where there's formica. So at this point, it just looks like a bead, and let's level it out. That's it. Once it's been put down, you can put a bit of spray down with a bit of soap, but I don't prefer doing that way, especially when working with a silicone as opposed to a urethane. And so then I'll do it like this, and if it's taped off, you're going to pull it off anyway, so you don't have to worry about where it's going to touch over. That's why they use the spray bottle. And now while it's still wet, you got to tackle it before it gels over. So we've got our first access over here. I'm just going to put in this hatch, nice tight fit, and we'll still put a bead on silicone. We're just confirming the fit on everything. Put this on too. So for where we left the cutouts, this is what comes in, one of these things over here. Just put it in with some screws. What I did is I put a border inside there of Maranti, just to give it a bit more material to bite into.
We also screwed in any light fittings that were loose, and sanded down our head sole for our second coat of paint, and it got acetone wiped down. We also started on taking measurements for all our cushions and mattresses.
So what it is, this line that we put here, that's where the mattress is going to be cut in half, so it will be a two-piece mattress, so they'll sew it together, but it can hinge there. So we'll pick up the mattress there and then we can access the area below.
And got down to choosing our material. You're too short for the sheet.
It's a cutting to carry that. What are we up to?
I'm relaxing. Getting on there. So we casually just came to see if there's any stamps here for us, and there's a garden of goats. Oh, hello goats! Stay tuned till next week where we finally get the correct table legs, fit in our automatic bilge pumps, and connect up our electrical panel. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe below if you haven't already, and give us a big thumbs up because it helps us out a lot. If you would like to join our amazing patron family, a link is provided in the description below. Thanks to our awesome new patrons, Dan and Kerry Turner, Bradley Wilkins, Joe and Jennifer Webb, and Ed Searcher.